disclaimer. Drip is a life changer. Now all I do is chill and write bangers. Morph into the green like the White Ranger. Taking my block to the top just like Jenga. Danger, step on up and get roasted. I'm just trying to make some change like Drip Coach did. Posting like daily, put you under hypnosis. Fuck around with another dev and get ghosted. It's hopeless. We so bullish like Mike Jordan. All the fun fading away is quite enormous. Building a bridge, kinda like a chorus for those missing in action like Chuck Norris. Run for it, run away, don't come back. We stick together, on point like thumbtacks. Grab the Iron Man, they gone from one snap. Going hard for the network, that's a fun fact. Danger, step on up and get roasted. I'm just trying to make...
Yo, what's up out there in YouTube land? Happy Thursday afternoon, Friday morning for me, 4 a.m. on the dot, just about. What's good? Can you guys hear me? How are the levels? Where are we at? Where did I put live stream? It's over here. Let's drag this over here and see if you guys can hear me. Seems like we got a little chatter on the drip side. Definitely want to talk about that. See if we can figure out what's going on. Get over here. Get over here. Shouts out to old school Mortal Kombat. Who we got in the chats? Anybody out there? Can you hear me? Good. Sounds good. What up, LCM, Bebo? Want to be all? Can hear you. Awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate the feedback. So, yeah, I guess we'll start with what I woke up to and saw briefly some messages from Forex about drip. Now, again, sounds as though he's doing stuff or going to be doing stuff, and sounds as though it's sooner rather than later. But man, have I been burned and fooled by this guy's slick talking too many times before. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt, and I'll be pleasantly surprised if anything comes out sooner rather than later. And then I will be expecting that it will be delayed. That way, if it comes early, hey, nice surprise. Cool. I will come on stream and humbly apologize. But my gut, spidey senses tell me that, yeah, Forex just does not deliver. But let's take a look and see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Okay, guys, I think I'll be coming on here before Animal Farm V3 to do a quick update VC about the future of drip. So I guess, I don't know if he did that or not. So you guys tell me if he did that. But make it super deflationary. Also handle the Animal Farm V3 drip liquidity situation. Also the fact it's paired with BUSD. Let's get the supply under control and go in for round 2 in this next bull run. So that was about 3 hours ago. 2.5 hours ago, and all I see is the actual messages. So the Animal Farm VC should be launching or coming up right now if it's not on right now. It says, I have a simple but elegant plan that will not take time away from anything else we are doing, but is a real solution to build from. We have to consider what is possible. We can be done now. What is possible? What can be done now? What is the most fair compromise? What will have actually the most positive effect, and find the balance. And I think what I have strikes all of these very well, and also will have the most positive effects on the price out of any other options. Having something that will take 3 months to pull off isn't an option. So this was surprising to me, but I've heard him say things like this before. So again, I'm taking it all with a grain of salt. I don't personally believe it. Let's see. Let me see what you guys think so far. I believe he said something about getting ready for the next bull run. Yeah, that's not till after the halving. So that's still like 9 months off, maybe closer to 12, depending on who you talk to. Halvings around the first, second quarter. And then it usually about 3 to 6 months after the halving is when the actual bull run starts. Would like to get your opinion on the garden. Seems like that was the worst investment I ever made. Barely got half the 5K I threw in. And my opinion on the garden hasn't changed. The garden is an amazing play when drip is working the way it's meant to. So everybody knows, or I've at least expressed multiple times, the garden is leverage on drip. Leverage is a way to make gains massively or get wrecked massively. So since drip has been underperforming since February of 2022, the garden has been performing exactly the same. So my opinion hasn't changed. I think it's still a great miner, and the only issue is drip. So I haven't changed my opinion on it at all. Would I get into it now? No. Would I get into drip now? No. So lessons learned. Dom will take 4 or 6 months just to close the deposit. Yeah, I don't see this happening sooner rather than later, but let's go through the rest of the messages and see what else he's got to say. Let's see. Inflation is going to end. Tax will remain, making drip highly deflationary. We will create a controlled incentive for liquidity, providing and staking. Triple D will still work and will be more attractive since you are winning a deflationary asset. Supply will get under control and people will be building for drip will thrive. People building for drip will thrive. So these are all the key points he wants to address. We shall see. So inflation is going to end. Yeah, if he stops the faucet and it makes the requirement to create a faucet to be a much higher barrier to entry. Right now around, 600, 700 bucks, somewhere in there, probably, if they do the 50,000. But there's still a long road ahead. At the end of the day, it still will require people to buy drip. That's the issue. So even if you make these mechanics, the reason we've seen negative price action is because there's no incentive to buy it. There was just an incentive to sell it. So at a minimum, what this could do is just stop people from selling it. Maybe. I don't even know if it'll do that, to be honest, because I guess at some stage they won't be generating as much drip as they were before. So if you turn off the faucet, then these people that have all these, see, that's a double-edged sword. So it's not really not double-edged sword, but you're not turning off the faucet and the people selling. So let me explain this, because now I'm just thinking about this in real time. So even if they stop, let's just look at the chart. If they stop the faucet, so what that does is that puts a tourniquet on the bleeding that we have, but the amount of sell pressure that's coming from this isn't from like one faucet. This isn't from one person that's compounded one account. So these people will still have a butt ton of drip. Now, what'll happen is maybe eventually it flatlines and bounces sideways versus what we've been seeing, this downtrend. Also, it'll happen because of the price of drip being so cheap. So at these prices, someone's selling, let's go look at the numbers here. 10,000 drip almost at $1 or at 1 penny, 1.5 cents, got 138 bucks. Well, they can't keep selling 10,000 drip every day because now the faucet will be shut off, but they do still have whatever was in their faucet until that 3.65x maxes out to continue to sell. Now, if he stops that as well, then yeah, maybe there's something else there. So it'll really depend on what he builds out of this, because on the surface, there's a lot of moving pieces, and we will have to see what he creates, or what he creates and when he gets executed. Let's see what we got in the chats. We'll take Forex 6 months, Philly-ish. All right, so nothing else. Let's go back into the next piece. What was Forex referring to? I wouldn't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't ape into the faucet. Don't send your drip to some random guy who DMs you. Just got to get informed first. What was this about? Yeah. No real context on that, I guess, because somebody said, or he said something up here about don't do anything. Oh, this. I don't know why he just made that comment just out of nowhere, though. That is weird. All right. Don't do anything. Not a solution. What is this? What's not a solution? This guy. Drip fix 3. 3-part fix for drip. No more airdrops to other accounts. Can only start a faucet with BNB and no buddy system. Completely randomized. Hey, shout out to Team Drip. Referral is a one-time payout. Triple D. Half all payouts go to wallets. The other half get airdropped to a faucet account or locked in a reservoir. This is the drip fix. And Forex said, not a solution. Think through what you're saying. When someone sells, they're taxed 10%. When someone airdrops to themselves, they're taxed 10%. If we didn't allow for people to deposit with drip, all people would do is sell the drip, paying a 10% tax. Then buy in with BNB. The difference is it would force people to sell the drip. And when you force people out of the system, probability to buy back in is very low. This is in all systems. Plus, it would add a bunch of extra negative volatility. He's just super keen or big on not selling anything. People didn't get in crypto to hodl. So I understand where he's coming from, and I was digesting that investor mindset, but that's not the way crypto works. This is why I had to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. He wants to change crypto degens into investors. He wants them to hold and get paid dividends. Well, right now, none of the assets in the ecosystem are paying dividends enough to make anybody rich. They got into crypto to be rich. Let them sell. Stop trying to find ways to keep people in the system, because that's how people digesting this narrative get wrecked, because the other ones who sell make the money. And that's a lesson learned for the last freaking 19 months. You're holding pigs right now and they're down to $14 a pig or something ridiculous, paying out 0.002 cents a pig. And because he was trying to build this dividend system, well, people who sold their pigs back at $100, $50, they're not wrecked now. And the same thing with people who would drip, So stop trying to change the way the world operates, the way this energy in crypto operates. If you're looking to hodl and get paid dividends, then you're just stacking Bitcoin and ETH and other blue chips, and then you're sitting them on a yield farm making 10% a year. They're not over here in degen yield farms. They're not over in degen ROI dApps. I don't understand how he does not get this. So yes, this is true. All they would do is sell, but you have to give them an incentive. People will buy back in. This part is absolutely 100% false. They will buy back in when the charts go up. People always buy the hype. They buy the pump. They buy the FOMO. They don't operate logically. So probability of money coming in crypto is all based off of sentiment and charts. It's just that simple. We see that with this little bitty, 36% rally we had here. Somebody bought based off of the news that the faucet might be paused, and then other people started buying. It's not a hard concept. I don't know how Forex just does not get simple human and market psychology, emotions, none of that stuff. He's got to be like a robot or something. It just doesn't make any sense. Because all this came in simply because people are speculating. That's it. No other reason. It's not that there's a floor for drip. None of the mechanics have changed. This all came in simply because of an announcement, a tweet, chats, the Drip Warriors project, nothing. All that's all speculation, because nothing on the contract has changed. Nothing on the fundamentals for the last 19 months have changed. So this turned around with 36% increase, 36% increase over the last day and a half, simply because of psychology and hopium. That's it. Look at that. 30K sub buy volume, 30K. These are the numbers I was talking about that we're able to get. If we could do this daily, we would see a price reversal in drip. This had nothing to do with anything of actual execution. It's just hope. That's it. It's not a hard concept. What do we got? Thought he wasn't going to change the contract. I'm glad to see him finally wake up and accept the fact the farm will go nowhere without drip. Yeah. The immutable pieces of that mantra we chant about the contract and can't be changed. That was all BS. It can all be changed. Just that Forex had made a vow to not change it, which is cool. At least he stuck to that and didn't go jumping around. But now finally he is going to make some changes. So we'll see when those changes come through. Shout out Drip Gardner. I don't see them sooner rather than later. I will be yeah, I'd be happily surprised if they do come in sooner rather than later. This person has 72 transactions for 38 BNB. Good, googly moogly. Who are you, my friend? You caught my eye. Oh shit, yeah, here you are. I want to see this now. Hold on, we're going down the rabbit hole. I wonder if this person's labeled on any of my wallets. 6,000 total transactions. Let's see if they have, since I've labeled so many wallets, I wonder if any of them pop up with names that I have. And it doesn't look like it. Binance Hot Wallet. Nope. You're not somebody I know. All right. But either way, that's a butt ton of drip. What did you do with it? Curiouser and curiouser. You guys, if you got any questions, let me know. I'm just, this is what I do. Randomly chase rabbit holes. Let's see. Who are you, my friend? Let me see what you guys got. Funny took Forrest this long to put some focus on drip. This is if he is actually going to do something about it instead of just talking. Be like, yeah, 100% Dom. He's now putting, or at least making the community feel as though this is what he's doing, but we will have to see. And it is ironic for a quote unquote genius to take this long to see that everything else he was doing is just not working out and that the community wants drip. And oh, your beloved drip that was quote unquote 100% flawless has tons of flaws and needs to be fixed. Yeah, it's very interesting. So you're sitting on, where did you put all this drip, my friend? Did you put it into the faucet? Oh, maybe that's the play. Let me see something here. Portfolio. So he only has 9,000 drip. Liquid. That means this person had to put this into the faucet. And that would be because I would be assuming, let's go back to this, that the faucet is going to be paused. So this person may have, because this is an interesting number, this 8,000. This is 2 doubles away from, let's show you on real time. So I want you guys to see this so you can see why I'm coming up with this logic. It's basically 2 doubles away, like 150 days away from a max wallet. So they're not holding it, which would imply if they bought this 72 times, this person may have actually created 72 faucets. Let's look at the numbers though. Let's go back to this. So we're looking at right around 8,000. You see that, right? Everybody sees what I'm talking about. This one wallet, EBBC. Let's actually filter by this guy, or at least 10 characters. 0x81. Oh, actually, you know what's better? I can paste this, right? Didn't I? Yeah. All right. So this wallet right here, all on the 14th, 72 buys, all for around the same price, 10,000 to 8,000. So let's go with the low number, just so I can show you, 7,600. So right at about 2 doubles, 150 days, I believe, this would be a max wallet. 132. No, there it is. 138. And some of those would easily be before that. So you're looking at 2.5 months. Now, you can clearly see this drip is not in this person's wallet. We're looking at that wallet now. So 72 transactions, and that drip had to go somewhere. So let's go back and look at this and see. Did they burn it? Did they put it in triple D? What did they do? Actually, let's go follow just this one here. It's the most recent. So they bought it on Pancake Swap. Let's see. From Pancake Swap to the vault. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a tax. All right. Then the router. This is the actual token itself. Where did you send this drip, my friend? This was a transaction. Where did it go? Did you send it to another wallet? Dun, dun, dun. All right. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. This is not what I'm here for. Let's see. Look at what it took for him to consider making changes. LOL, after Forex has been saying for a very long time he wouldn't change anything in drip. That was the dumbest thing said ever. Yeah. That's why you can't believe anything Forex says, be it bullish or bearish, because he's just been proven he cannot be trustworthy. Like, nothing he says has ever been factual. It's all been half truths at best. We're not going anywhere. Drip, Coach is cooking, love it. Prop Bartertown. If it is, well, Ray has never used, from what I've seen, a hot wallet, so I didn't see, because he'd have to go through a lot of hoops to get access to Binance hot wallet. So none of his paper trails has led to a Binance hot wallet. So I don't know who this person is, but they put a dent in the drip ecosystem with that. Anyway, back to this, and I'll figure that out and maybe post a video later, because I don't think they burned it all, clearly. So I think they send it to other wallets. Let's see, what did Forex say? We just want to hear your plan. Nobody rattling around. Naboo 2000. Somebody just shit on this guy's idea. That's the echo chamber. No matter what you share, if it's not coming from Forex, then that's it. So maybe I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this. I doubt he'd be mentioning this on the Animal Farm VC, but maybe he is. So did you guys hear the VC? Is it still going on now? Let's click over and see. Didn't go over. Why not? Open Sesame. Interesting. Oh, is this it? Hope I'm not got both the audio on. No, I don't. So there's a video chat. Who's in here?
The first couple steps of this.
Ah, okay.
And the next.
That's where it is. So you're streaming it, I guess, from the Animal Farm to here, maybe. Anyway, go back and listen to that. So let me see what you guys are talking about. What did I miss? Let's check the chats. So I am going to be curious to see who made all those purchases. Let's see. He actually did mention it on the AFBC. Okay, cool. Well, I will check that later, and then we will see actually how that gets implemented. What did he mention? Would Forex say just about anything to protect his beloved V3 launch? Probably. Yeah, I still think V3 is doomed. There's no incentive for people to come over to V3. And the marketing has clearly shown itself to be poor at best. So even that being said, in order for these assets to make the Animal Farm attractive, so from my understanding of the farm, you're going to have this new V3, which means you're going to be able to farm this LP, right? So let's say you're here on Wrap BNB and BUSD, and you've got these crazy degen APRs. Well, that means you also now are getting paid out in that LP, and only a small portion is going to dogs. Okay, cool. Dogs still has 90% tax. It's not changing. Dog still has to go into the dog pound and be vested, right? So if you're getting your LPs, then you would just print here, and there's no incentive to buy dogs, and there's no incentive to buy pigs. So show me where I'm missing the piece that will make the pig price magically go up. Because if no one's buying the asset, $13 now, then what's going to make it go up? And if people are still farming dogs and or farming pigs, albeit at a smaller rate, then there's nothing to have buy pressure on that asset. It's not coming from anywhere. Nobody's buying it. And the people that currently have it, just like Drip, can still dump it. So if you've already got a large position over here on the farm, like we've seen some people have, and you're still printing dogs at a high clip and you're printing pigs over here at a high clip, well, then you can still dump them. Like, there's no incentive to hold them. So I got to be missing something in this, the genius's logic of what's going to magically pump the token price. Where is this liquidity coming from? You guys tell me. Who's coming in to buy the assets to bring it up? People just farming only makes the TVL on the farm go up, but it doesn't directly, now that you're getting paid out in LP, it doesn't directly affect the dynamic supply control algorithm, because that supply control algorithm is tied to price. So pigs become deflationary when the price goes up. Like right now we're at what, pegged, I think it was? Whatever that last one is. Deflation. Yeah, I'm sorry. They come maximal. So they're at deflationary. And every 25% they go up. So you're looking at, you know, it was like $80 or so. So what is going to cause that amount of pigs to go up in price? What am I missing here? I stopped listening to AMAs. Forex spends 2 hours to say nothing. Yeah, I did as well. I stopped listening to them, but I always have to go back so I can bring you guys the info, because I know a lot of you aren't going to listen. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place of dragging myself through the sand with him and Ray. Ray's just nonsense for 2 hours of echo chamber and clapping. And then you eventually get like 2 minutes of information. What I've learned now, though, is if you watch the DGen Cypher, you just wait till the end. That's when he shares whatever information is. Everything else is just BS. So you only got to catch like the last 5 to 10 minutes of a 2 hour rant, if it is something that, you know, is noteworthy. But Forex, I do have to listen to, since he is the figurehead for whatever Drip ecosystem will become. So I'll be tuning in on my walk. Speaking of, I'll have to cut this short, about 4:45, because I got class at 6 a.m. on the dot. So got to make sure I get over there. All right, what else we got? Let's see. Nothing else. So yeah, I don't really have any more details or anything else to discuss. Oh yeah. I do have one thing for you guys that have been following along. Let's see, where are we at here? The new Telegram. So probably those of you that are following now might already be in there, but let's take a look-see at this Telegram. So we got 84 members in here, which is not a bad start. And there are different threads, basically, to try to keep things organized. The goal, like I mentioned, kind of spelled things out here on this stream, is to get some people in various positions of leadership from like your traditional retail business model. So again, someone with marketing expertise, someone with project management, operations, development, or R&D, even tokenomics, all these different areas. We don't need like every single minutia, but at least, you know, a good 5 to 6, so that we have different people with different skill sets and different ideas as well, walks of life, to better determine how to move this forward. So the idea would be, if you had a level of experience, like actually I can show you guys in the introductions some people that tagged in here. Let's go up to our brand identity guy, I think. This is a dev. This is one of the ones that was working with or was in talks to Mystify. Here's an IT guy. Where's the one that was the brand ID? Yeah, here it is. Kanji, right? So this is a perfect example what I'm talking about. So wouldn't have known about this person, but literally finance student, worked for 8 years in branding and marketing. So I developed strategic brand for companies and give the company methods to promote their story, to sell their products to their ideal target audience. A lot of brand marketing audit funnel building is required. So this is the exact first step that a new business or organization needs to go through. So we wouldn't have known unless we had him join and he mentioned this. So the idea would be hopefully to have other people from other areas, and this person specifically would be leading the charge with this group of 5 to 6 core individuals. Hopefully those 5 to 6 will be in different areas, like I just mentioned, and together we would come up with the brand. Because if you're familiar with Simon Sinek, start with why. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And we can look at that exactly with drip. People bought into the why behind drip and the 1% and some of the success stories and all the hopium and hype. You know, that's why we got into crypto. We didn't get into crypto because the blockchain technology is going to change the world. We got in. Why? Because we wanted to become millionaires. So if you find any successful business, especially those billion-dollar businesses, they start with why. And having a good, solid why for this new project is important, integral, paramount. You know, we can't go forward without it. And once we have that, then we can share that with the community for voting on how that feels or what that looks like. Then we can go forward with the actual building process. So there's no need to build any projects in this group, even though there's tons of ideas. Where is the ideas? All these different ideas coming through about things that people can do. Tons of stuff, but these are all just shiny objects. We can't do them all. So we need to find out what the core brand image is, what the why is, what the buy-in will be behind that. And then we pick one of these and decide to move forward, preferably some low-hanging fruit. But if you're not in this chat right now and you want to be, then hit me up in the messages here, because it's still private. So I'm not making it public until we get the brand ID down. I don't want like just trolls or even the admins from the other chats, because as I mentioned before, they have no ability to be critically minded. So I think we wouldn't be in this position if they would have allowed the drip chat to be vocal about problems, if they would have allowed collaboration and not calling it FUD. Looks like all the FUD was right. So I can't personally trust any of the admins because they didn't allow critical thinking in any of the chats. People got kicked out for asking questions all the time. And then now they create a new one, but it's still the same. So I told specifically Emmett, he wanted to join and I kicked him out. But I told him he'd come back after we open it up because I just can't trust any of those admins. They haven't shown the ability to actually have critical and cognitive abilities to see the success of the project. Me personally, that's my humble opinion. Let's see what we got. Stop listening. Bingo. All right. So no other discussions in the chat. So yeah, I got nothing else. So as I said, I'm going to cut the stream probably in about 10 minutes. If you guys got any questions or anything, let me know. That was my plug for the Telegram. If you want to join that, you got to send a message here on YouTube. And then you don't have to send on YouTube, sorry. You'll have to hit me up on Telegram or Twitter because I have to send you the private invite. It's not public, it's private. Rhea, well, hit me up on Telegram. That's the only way you're getting in, my friend. Gotta hit me up. And then I will send you the invite. Found you underlying details. Found underlying detail. Oh, found underlying details. DeFi or die of what? I don't know what you found. Maybe are we talking about the Forex changes to drip or what? Are you talking about me and the fundamentals for the DeFi DAO? To be determined what that name is. That is not the name. It just currently says unknown DeFi DAO. That's because I had to stick something there. And the logo or whatever this emblem is where'd it go? I like the threads, but I hate the threads because I always get confused at how to get back to them. Can't see the thread. Yeah, this logo. That is subject to change. Well, it will change 100% because it's not created by the community, and neither is its name. This is just a placeholder. No vision, no mission, no strategy, no mimosa, no nothing. This is a completely organic incubation space to build, you know, whatever we want it to be. Out of all the side projects for Drip, which one do you think has the most promise? Oh man, all the side projects. I'm not tracking all of them. I guess I'm biased, so I would say Bit Fighters because it has the most scale. Now, granted, the degen plays like Drip Potluck or even Drip 21 and all this stuff. I take that back. So all the projects can be good. It all depends on marketing. This is why I wanted to create this group, because no one is tackling the marketing. Everybody wants to just, and I did this, so I'm guilty of this. I'm actually talking about myself. Everybody just wants to make their own project, and then they hope that it's just going to take off. But it doesn't matter unless you have marketing behind it. So no matter how great I've heard everybody's, oh, Drip 21, Drip Poker, Drip Roulette. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. People think that it's all about product and product placement fit. No, it's all about marketing. If you have a shitty product, but you can market the hell out of it, people will buy it, even if they're upset with it. There are tons. Oh my God, I probably should do a video on failed products like that were horrible. Shake Weighty comes to mind. Any kind of weight loss industry product comes to mind, but they're marketed flawlessly and people buy it. And then they even leave a bad review, but yet they still sell more units. It's all about marketing. Marketing is the lifeblood. Without marketing, you do not have a business. And that's the only reason Drip took off. And that's why Animal Farm failed. Nobody came over to the farm when V2 launched because the marketing sucked and the tokenomics sucked, but it's all about the marketing. So all the projects can succeed. Me personally, I just like Bit Fighters because it's a game and I see the vision of what the dev is building. Right now, you're just fighting in a small little room, just kick and punch. And it's kind of awkward because you got to use the keyboard, but the entire economy that this guy has built out and the fact that he's a passionate gamer, like he builds games for a living, that's where I see the success. So I think it'll be there. But that's going to all depend on marketing again from him. So he doesn't have a marketing team yet, but there is an entire group of people he can meet. Now that's not directly Drip because it only gives a small buyback with the brew, but that can scale massively. So the next biggest one I would see, I have no idea. All the other ones I'm not familiar with. Drip Potluck is simple, but I don't think the marketing is there, even though you're not getting paid in Drip, right? So that's another one that's very beneficial and very, very simple and has a decent amount of support for Drip with the tax going in. But if they don't, because it's BNB in, BNB out. So that's pretty cool. But if it's not marketed, then nobody's going to come and play it. So right now it's just marketed to degens. I'm sorry, the Drip community. And I think I have the Drip Potluck wallet in here. Let's see. See what's happened. Potluck. Let's try that. What they generated so far. But yeah, it's a long way to say they can all succeed as long as marketing is there. So I think they already bought some Drip on this. Let's go to D-Bank easier. They were getting a decent amount, but it's not that many people playing. I'm sure it's more than 55 bucks. Let's see. Drip. Because I think they may have already done a buy and burn. Oh, maybe not. I guess not. So I guess I only got 55 bucks in there for BNB. Or maybe I'm looking at the wrong wallet. I'm doing this in real time, so I'm not sure. There might be a different wallet that I should be looking at. But anyway. What else we got? So I can wrap this thing up 5 minutes. Out of all side project, can't answer that. Thanks for cutting the grass out here, exposing snakes. We are rocking with you. Yeah, appreciate it, Cypher Crypto. And now, now, unfortunately, the snakes are hiding their tracks because if you they don't show their wallets on stream, you can still track. Like, there's enough blockchain forensics to link things to new wallets when they create them, and you got to go through a lot of hoops to make sure a new wallet doesn't ever touch old ones. But yeah, at least it proved that I wasn't out here fudding because they ran. I'm still here. And it wasn't all FUD. It was facts. And now here we are with a 40 some odd million token supply and drip at 2 pennies. Crazy. Could have stopped this shit back in January. Oh well, lessons learned. I proposed a name when you asked for input a while back for another project that was called Reciprocity. Maybe this could be a good name for a new project in the works. Well, jump in, Cyber Crypto, jump into the Telegram, the new community I made, and names will definitely be a place for people to vote, man. That's exactly what that community is all about. I am 100% certain. So to go back to what Dom said, the project that will succeed, I'm going to be biased and say the one I'm building right now because it's being built from the ground up with the community involved, with all of these lessons learned and like the brand and the image and everything from scratch. And there's already some marketing people in there like myself, Rock8, Mo Crypto 77, and even Scott. Now they're all busy with real world stuff, so none of them have volunteered to say they're going to spearhead anything for marketing. But this is what's needed. You need to get the people in place that have the skill sets that you would hire. Think of this like the best way to think about this. Think about this as you were trying to build your own unicorn startup. A unicorn is a company with a 1 billion valuation in the first 3 years. What pieces would you want to have in place? Who would you want on your team to build it to a $1 billion valuation in 3 years? So that requires literally your C-suite executives out the gate with insane amounts of knowledge in those arenas, you know, or you get lucky like Quest did and you build it from scratch because you had product market fit and you just learned as you went and scaled massively. But I think with crypto, we can learn it and do it a lot smoother because all the pieces are there. So that's how I'm trying to address it. So definitely Cyber Crypto, jump in the Telegram. If you're not, send me a message. I can get you in there and you can pitch your name and it will be voted on. That's the goal. Simple little poll in Telegram. Then at some stage, there'll be some actual governance voting. I will find you, my friend, this EBCC, whoever you are. I want to know what you did with all that drip. Drip, drip, drip. But that's one person causing FOMO. 38 some odd BNB using a Binance hot wallet. Very interesting. And even this person here. 30 buys. It's only half a BNB. So it caused a little bit of some positive price action. Here's another half. Very interesting. All right, I am going to be signing off. If you guys ain't got any questions. Someone just bought 380K of drip. Where is that? You talking about the old one? Let's see, drip. Total. Oh, I'm on pigs. That's why. Man, why you guys tell me, man? Well, we got a nice little 2x because we were sitting at like, what is that? 1.5 cents. So let's see, total drip. Let's go 100,000 drip. Minimum. This guy, 303. Here we go. 7EE1. Yeah, I don't know who you are. So yeah, this is very interesting, but the point still stands. Volume, volume, volume. 24-hour volume, 40K. Where did this money magically come from? It's always been there. And that's all we have to do to succeed. Tap into that. And that's what's going to determine any of the asset prices. Pigs, dogs, drip. How much money is in our ecosystem and how much can Forex actually bring in from outside? I don't think any's coming from outside, but we'll see. We will see. But that is a nice little bump, 40K, but we've seen them before. This was another like 40K day, or these were 30, 40K. So they happen. It's not impossible. Now the question is, how many days of red after this? How long before Forex completes the upgrades, the hacker game for the drip BUSD, the LPs off the farm? I don't see that coming sooner rather than later. We'll see though. All right, that's all I got. Yeah, I'm gonna head out on that one. Signing out of the chats. Thank you guys for popping in. Thanks for keeping me entertained every Friday morning out here and having critical thinking, rocking with me this long, especially if you've been one of the OGs from way back in the day on my channel. I've gone through some ups and downs, man. Pissed off a lot of people, but I ain't stopped and I haven't deleted any videos and I ain't changing my tune. So if anything, I'm doubling down because at least now I see that it's what's necessary. All right. Exactly. All right, Dom, Brave Deletes Wallets, Captain Fix. I will see you guys in the next one. Signing out.